Hey guys, Rashcoon here, bringing you another League of Legends commentary. I've been trying to upload the past couple of days, but it's just not been working out. Something always goes wrong, so I apologize for that. I'll be trying to get as many up as I can. And we are jumping into a high-level game, supposedly, but we're seeing a double AD, and looks like Mundo's going to be coming in for a gank here. Nivea doesn't seem to care. Getting harassed by Swain, though, trying to do what she can. Can see Mundo over there, and Nautilus is like, hey, we need to do something about this guy. He's counter-jungling me. Actually doesn't seem to care very much. He's going to try and grab these Wraiths for himself. We'll look at bottom here. We see it's Taric, Sivir versus Nunu Kayle. So, interesting lane choices. I'm pretty sure this is not as high ELO as these games claim to be, but it could be. You know, you always get your trolls, especially at higher ELO. It's just sort of, I'm a good player and you're good player too, so we can play whatever the fuck we want and still get a good game out of it. Actually, you get better games this way instead of the super try-hard you're gonna hear. It's not worth it to counter jungle in solo queue, and a lot of people think that's true. I mean, counter jungling just wins you the game. Like, if it goes well, it wins you the game. It's just not worth it to a lot of people. So we can see it's Swain versus Nivea mid. They're both level 6, so both hit their ulti. Neither of them has blue yet, and that's the important deciding factor in this lane. Whoever gets blue, and if the other one doesn't, it's going to go a lot better for them. So Swain is definitely going to get blue. Mundo has no need for it. It's going to depend on when this Nautilus gives the Nivea the blue. Nautilus, unfortunately, is a blue-reliant jungler, needs it to be effective. Corki versus Riven, I think I can understand that. You see a lot of, you see some Teemos versus Riven. It's the same idea. Basically, Riven's gap closers, while very strong, just aren't strong enough, so anybody with an escape or Teemo who's just really that fast can just kite her for quite a while. Nivea is going to miss out on that CS, unfortunately, but she does have a level advantage over Swain right now. You see, there are no kills yet, and it's just a 0.1k advantage. Mundo coming in does want to get this blue, but Nivea and Nautilus are both all converging. Corki is too. Mundo is going to get cornered here. This is not good for them. Oh, and Corki does get exhausted, and there's the ulti, and then Mundo is dead, but it looks like this Corki might be too. Corki's going to have to pop a health potion and try and counteract that ignite there, and the Riven is going to get away with basically no HP. That is unlucky for blue team, and now they're going to go in for blue still because they have Nunu, and Nunu is an amazing jungler, he just got really hurt by his nerfs. Oh, so they're going to try and get this blue, but Swain going to try and do some snaring there with his Q. It's going to miss, so Nivea being a very strong player, and now they're trying to give blue to this Nivea. And unfortunately, Nivea did start to tank it. Nautilus trying to take the tank away, but, oh, and the blue's going to reset. Not good. They are running out of mana with which to do this. Corki's going to come over and help him, but Nunu is going to push mid in the meantime. So that is 1 kill for blue there. 0.5k gold ahead, though. Not that much, and Nivea does get blue. She is going to have to port right now, though. Swain is already on his way back to lane. So she's going to list out on some lane XP, some farms, and Mundo is now going for the red. He is playing a very strong counter jungle game. He does not want Nautilus to really be in this game at all. As you can see, it's working out pretty well. He's a level ahead, is stealing all the buffs, and oh, it looks like Kayle's getting some harassed by Sivir. That is Pax East Sivir. If you guys didn't know, it's not Pax East, but it's a Pax Sivir skin. If you guys want to get one of these, I have a player who I was watching stream for a little bit. His name is Durjar. He's 2000 or 2000 ELO, 2200, something like that. Was playing, and he does stream, and I think he's still doing it. If he gets to 200 people watching, he'll give out some Pax Sivir skins. He's got quite a few of them, so definitely check him out. Usually he makes a forum. He's on Twitter. His name is Durjar, D-U-R-J-A-R. I watched him for a little bit. He's doing a lot of teaching too. He's teaching people how to play the game, which I thought was a nice outgive to the community. So we're gonna see some just some typical stuff at bottom, except not typical because it's Kayle Nunu. No heal here, but Kayle has her own heal for herself, you can see, but, and she doesn't really have that many mana problems with her E and her W. Alright, so you can see Swain in here, and this is the power of Nivea with blue. She can just farm like no tomorrow, but Swain has his own blue buff, and Nivea is going in Archangels, while Swain is very much rushing that, Rod of the Ages. They're both sort of in the same boat. It does look like Nivea is going to be going for a Catalyst right after this Tear of the Goddess. So her Rod is going to be a little bit more delayed than Swain's, but it's not going to be the end of the world. Alright, so it looks like Mundo is going to come up for a gank on top. Oh, pinging the runaway for Corki. Corki may not be able to get away from this, though. Oh, nicely done. Hiding behind that minion just to block the Mundo briefcase. That is Corporate Mundo Cell, as it is called. Sivir here is double Doran's Blade, boots with some wards and mana potions and health potions versus Kayle, who is Berserker's Greaves, single Doran's Blade. This does mean that Sivir is going to win out because of her AD scalings and the amount of life steal that it affords her. Plus, she has a heal from Taric, but Kayle just does a lot of damage. Oh, the other nice thing about Kayle is that ulti, if you ever see that go down, like, she can stick around because she has her ulti and her heal. Ulti does make her immune, but look at this in mid. I'm going to backspace, see what exactly going on here. Kayle's just sort of farming, or, Anivia sort of farming it up here for a little bit, and Swain chasing in. And then here comes Riven, and then Anivia fails the wall, unfortunately. There's the slow, there's the stun on Swain. The slow coming from her ulti there, a nice AoE slow. It's really good. Plus does a shit ton of damage. Alright, Mundo's coming in. He wants to sell, as you guys heard there for a second. I'm gonna backspace and let you guys listen to this. Just because it is amazing. This is why you play Mundo. You get to hear this. Oh, it didn't go off that time. I guess the spectator mode isn't perfect spectation. He did say Mundo sells. I'll try and catch it some other time. Watch him do it. So Sivir over here is running out of mana. Does have a health pot or mana pot or some sort of mana pot numeration. Some amount of mana pots, and she is going to pop her single mana pot. It's going to keep her in mana just so she can lane for just a little bit longer. We're going to see the CS down at bottom. We do see that it is 89 to 73, so 16 CS advantage on Sivir. Sivir is going to probably grab another Doran's Blade and Berserker Greaves, or just going to grab Berserker Greaves. Let's see what she grabs. She's waiting for her health and mana, maybe some gold. Just going to grab Berserker Greaves. All she has the money for. That's okay. I don't know why I thought she could afford another Doran's Blade. Oh, she is still waiting around. Maybe... Oh, she's going to pick up a pickaxe, so she could have afforded another Doran's Blade, but she is just going to go double Doran's and just start rushing her, whatchamacallit, her Infinity Edge. We're going to see how this game is going. Blue is, 1 kill up, but you can see the gold is pretty much identical. You guys... First blood is a lot, but when you're out farming them, it's less than you think it is. As you can see, the lanes are going a lot better for blue side. I mean, Anivia is a better farmer. They're going to port simultaneously. Swain is a level ahead of Anivia now. Probably going to grab her catalyst. And look at bottom. Oh, not good. Okay, so Taric's over here. He's going to throw up a ward. And then he's going to run right into Anivia and Kayle. Or, Kayle and Nunu. So, Kayle's slow, then Taric's slow. And he doesn't have the stun up, and... Oh my gosh, that is horrible. And then Kayle can just pop her ulti, takes no damage from Sivir. Sivir has to run to the wall and flash over it, unfortunately. Nice use of Sivir, though, to use her spell shield to block the damage from Nunu's ult, meaning she can run in, but then getting slowed by Kayle, just not good. Kayle is a very strong kill champion. You can see Mundo now, they've got a kill, they're going to go for a dragon. That is going to toss them into the lead very quickly, showing you that, yeah, 1 kill, first blood, doesn't mean too much. So they're going to grab this dragon. Oh, it brings Mundo pretty low, but of course, ulti doesn't, it means he's not going to care much. See Corki versus Riven, see how they're doing. 115 to 98 CS is what you want to see. That is the power of ranged AD. Basically, Riven's just, while she has an amazing number of gap closers, in fact, you could say she has 4, even though one is just her Q cast 3 times. It's just not enough to catch somebody like Corkin, who has his own sort of escape/gap closer, and then, just range and superior movement speed, I think, even. Let's see, Riven at 390, Corki at 377, so Corki's actually behind on movement speed. But his gap closer is a little bit farther, and he does have the range. You can see his ulti's going off. He is grabbing a Shane, so that means he's going to be using the, I think it's been nerfed recently. I don't remember it doing percent of base damage. I thought it was percent of total damage, which was probably broken as it was, but... So, it's 150%. If you guys don't know what Corki does, basically his ulti is a very low cooldown, long-range poke ability. Nautilus did grab their blue buff, it looks like. Yeah, it just came up. Oh, that Anivia is not going to be happy about that. She did get an Archangel, so Her mana's not going to be as much of a problem as it could be, but still, that hurts. Anivia really needs that blue buff, and of course the blue buff is going to go to Swain. She realizes that Swain's probably going for it. They want to do something about this blue buff give, because it is going to hurt Anivia immensely. Riven is coming in. They do have a ward somewhere. Yeah, no. Just really good map presence. There's knowing what's going on. There's the difference between high-level players and low-level players is your map awareness. Knowing what's going on, what's not going on. What you can get away with, what you can't get away with. You see that Mundo did grab an Oracles, which is just sweeping their wards pretty decently. Just non-stop ward sweep. So now you can see the Swain versus Anivia. Swain does have tier 1 boots. Plus his Rod of Ages, Anivia just has his Catalyst, so Swain is up on the AP at this point, 92 AP, plus he has blue buff, so that's going to suck for Anivia. Looking at top, Mundo took a lot of damage from that red and his ulti, but of course his ulti is going to get him all of that health back pretty much. Mundo just going to rush his, oh my gosh, I know this item, Aegis of the Legion. Not going to grab Wriggles or anything silly like that. And Corki is going to get a tower, just... Eventually, the ranged harass is just going to break down that tower. The ranged poke. So we can see the bottom lane. Taric is down a level, only has a Philo Stone, while Nunu has a Philo Stone and a Heart of Gold. Taric has been spending a lot of money elsewhere. Wow, this Nunu even has boots and Taric doesn't. I don't know what this Taric's been doing, but obviously not good. Not good. So Taric is behind. It is 16 minutes in, you don't even have your Heart of Gold. Probably Nunu's ported and Taric hasn't. Hopefully we're going to see Taric grab a lot more money here. Let's see what Taric grabs. And not even a Heart of Gold, not even boots. This Nunu is very ahead in this game. That, like, it doesn't seem like much. I mean, it's all money on your support. But the amount of... that is a lot. That is a very large advantage to have double gold per 5 while your opponent doesn't even have gold per 5. Plus, Nunu's got boots. And Taric has to buy more wards than usual because Mundo does have an Oracles and just clears them out. You did see... I keep talking over Mundo selling stuff to you guys. I'm sorry. So you can see that they did get a tower now too, so that's going to push them out. How does Taric not afford Heart of Gold with the 150 gold plus Philo Stone? Ooh. That is interesting. Probably doesn't even have his gold quints or something? Or not even gold masteries? Trying to go pure tank on Taric. We'll see. I'm confused here. Very confused. You can see Nautilus over here just trying to get some farms. But, oh, Mundo's going to come and does not want Nautilus to do anything this game. And then here's the engage, but Corki was there, so that's a lot better fight. Oh, but there's no stun for Nunu. Oh, that's going to hurt. Oh, and then Swain's coming in. He does have his ulti up, and here is Riven. There, he might get a kill here. Oh, and they're chasing after Corki. You can see Taric is going to go for a stun. This is looking somewhat bad for blue team. They're outnumbering purple, but purple is not hurt like blue team is. Swain's blue did run out. That is very bad for him. He is trying to get as much lifesteal as he can. Sivir, of course, her spell shield just going up through that. And Corki might die here, but no, he gets away. The stun too strong. And wow, blue team came very far ahead in that game, losing 1 for 3 kills. Very nicely done by them. I didn't think it was going to go that well. I mean, yeah, they were outnumbered, but still, that Swain and that Riven walked into the fight with full health. I guess this Riven has been shut down very effectively by Corki. Only has her VS Sword, not her Bloodthirster, and it is 18 minutes in. She has 143 CS. She did go double Doran's Blade into it, though, so that is what's going on there. You can see Corki is really close to his Trinity Force. He does have his Phage and his Sheen, plus some lifesteal from that Vampiric Scepter and the Doran's Blade, and wards, of course. Wards, the most important part of top lane. Right now, it didn't used to have to get them. Wards were for the dumbs, but after they nerfed CV and buffed heal, just not enough supports take CV anymore. CV very, very strong, but you require team synchronization to use it. The power of Soraka, though, is that she can take CV because she does have double heal. You can still take CV too, but a lot of people want to take Exhaust or something. So you can see, even though blue team is up kills, they're behind in gold because purple has gotten 2 dragons. And Nunu just getting that pink ward, just barely reaching that ward back there. Very nice for Nunu getting that ward for free. 25 gold, always a big help. Let's see, did Taric get his heart of gold? Taric did get his heart of gold. Let's see if Nunu goes for triple gold per 5. No, it does look like he's going to go straight for Shurelya's. I do like that. After I get my Shurelya's, typically I do go for a another Philo Stone on a lot of champions. Basically, I get to upgrade one and buy the exact same gold per 5. What this does is it keeps me at 2 gold per 5, which is all you really need, and you still get your upgrades. What you could do with that second Philo Stone is you can sell it later, or you can upgrade into an Elisa's Miracle if you are a tanky support. It does look like they're just going to do an easy dive on this Swain. Oh, they're not going to get the kill, unfortunately, and that Nautilus did take a lot of the health there. Sorry, I was trying to call him Nasus there for a second. Anivia does have double buff from that fight, I'm assuming. Probably got the red from the fight and got a refresh on her blue at some point, or got another blue, didn't get the blue from the fight. You can see that blue, of course, just makes Anivia the best pusher, one of the best pushers in the game. Sorry about that, not necessarily the best. You can see Kayle that she went for a Wriggles build, so Sivir's going to possibly be her late game. But early game, Kayle is going to win. The damage amplification is just too strong, and Nos is going to have to come in here to save. I just don't... Oh, this is really... Yep, Anivia's, Kayle's going to use her ulti and flash to get away. Nicely done by blue team, wasting both Kayle ulti and flash. I don't know why I keep calling her Anivia. So Anivia's coming in to gank Kayle, not Anivia. And, of course, Kayle's a little bit too fast, so Anivia's not going to be able to do anything about that. But she is going to get some nice, tasty farms that Sivir would have liked. We can look around and see what's going on. More pushing by this Kayle. Sivir's a little bit too low. You can see Carrick's like running over. He's like, I will heal you! Urgh! He just sort of shakes up his hammer in a Thor-like position, except his hammer looks nothing like Thor's. If you guys haven't seen The Avengers yet, go see it. I'm going to keep talking about that till all of you have seen it. Amazing movie. Of course, when you watch this 2 years later, you're not going to... It's not going to make any sense to you guys. Like, everybody's seen The Avengers. Amazing movie. Yeah, it is an amazing movie. Seeming to see Kayle, because of her Wriggles, is just going to be able to just kill all of those golems. The nice thing about Wriggles is, once again, the ward. That is what makes Wriggles the item that it is, the free ward. That's why you see so many top lanes get it. It's a nice item for fighting others, and nicely done by Sivir. But, Nautilus is coming in, and the ulti is gonna stop Kayle from getting the kill, but it's not going to get him the kill. Oh, and it is going to get him the kill. Didn't even need to throw that Q. His E just going to kill her. And Nunu's running away. Does have an Oracle, so that's double Oracles for purple side. Unless this Mundo no longer has Oracles, which he doesn't. He did die. He's going to ulti. This is a bad decision by Mundo. He's going to die for that. He would have survived, but Anivia was coming in. I would not have dived there. It's just, it's really risky. If your ulti doesn't, something goes wrong. Anything could go wrong there. Anivia was coming in. Oh well, he went for it. He got the kill. He went kill for kill. Not the worst decision. Purple side is still up gold right now, but it's only a K. It's not that bad. I did win a game earlier today where I was 14k gold down. My friend was spectating the game. 14k down at the 31-minute mark. We got raped, and then we turned around and won the game. We had an amazing team fight. I was Sejuani. I got my ult off on a bunch of them, and we had me, Orianna. Orianna didn't do the best that game. Warwick, and we had somebody bottom who was getting decently fed, and just completely raped them really hard. Oh my gosh, it was beautiful, and then we just got Baron and pushed top. That's what we did. We managed to push top to the inhib, get the inhib, and then keep pushing because they kept coming 1-on-1. 1 versus 5, or 3, or 4. Actually, I think it was 1 versus 3 all 3 times that the single person came in, and they just couldn't do anything. I think it was a Fed Sivir, actually. It was a Fed Sivir. It was me, Sivir, Orianna, and that Sivir was very strong. Unfortunately, not strong enough to win us bad team fights, though. So you can see that Taric is taking some damage here. This is looking possibly bad. Sivir needs to get out of there. Sivir is going to sack Taric, get out of there with her ulti, using her spell shield to block the Nunu Ice Blast. That's why you play Sivir. She is not going to be able to block that Ice Blast, but her ulti, and her ulti does wear off. This is looking very bad for this Sivir. Sivir is probably going to die. Yeah, there's just nothing you could do. Of course, that did take 3 of them, so you can see a counter push going in on mid. That's going to get them 150 global gold for the team. So that is 2 kills for a turret. It's a trade. It's not the best trade, but it's a trade. I don't know which way to throw that. I think there's more gold in it for the 150 from the turret because it's global. But I'm not positive about that. I'm not positive. Well, it looks like purple is ahead anyways. Still keeping a 100k gold advantage. Corki might have wanted to jump to that Baron. He's gonna run over that wall, but Riven was going over there to cut him off, but blue team is gonna come in. Basically what he did is he came in here, juked out, and ran, just jumped over, juking a very important part of high level play. And Nivea going to grab herself another blue. Does need all of the blues, all of them, to get herself this game. Alright, so you can see Mundo is going to get them another dragon, which is going to put them more gold ahead. But it does look it might be 5 versus 4 here. They are going to get this dragon very easily, but the team fight afterwards I'm not so sure about. There's a Nunu kill for sure. They're going to keep going. They did get the dragon kill. It's only 1 kill for blue team, and that does keep purple team ahead. 3 dragons, a lot of gold. You need to keep a tighter lid. They need to... They have to kill. They did get the Nunu, so that is the oracles down. Might be another oracle buy from Nunu. We're going to check here. We're going to continually watch the bottom part of the screen that I always forget. I'm going to start trying to upload in higher quality. I'm not sure what's going wrong. It might be that I'm uploading with Windows Media Player. Not so sure. I'm going to try and direct upload to YouTube because I know I am using Fraps. I do capture in raw gigabytes, raw or video files, so... If you guys want to give me a comment, say, hey, this is why it's going wrong, you need to compress it with this, blah, 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 or whatever, you know, teach me. I would be greatly appreciated. So the E is going to go off, and that's a lot of damage, but Mundo doesn't really seem to care. Click on Mundo, get a larger version of his items. You can see it's 131 MR at that level, so it's pretty good. And there's a Spear Visage, should go up a little bit. Actually, no. Mundo, why your MR no go up? Alright, so 185 now. Yeah, it's a lot higher, as I expected. So, looks like blue might be trying to go for a Baron now. They do no longer have an Oracle on purple team, so the wards are going to stay up. Interesting ward placement. I don't know about that ward. That one's iffy for me. But of course, you can place wards wherever you want. I'm not a top level player. So you can see, Taric did pick up an Oracles, and nicely done by Sivir, just like, yeah, you picked up the Oracles, you're the support, you need the gold, I'm going to give you the kill on the ward. 25 gold doesn't mean a lot to a carry, but to a support, it means everything. That 25 gold gets you that next gold per 5, if you're going for triple gold per 5, or double gold per 5, or, you know, whatever gold per 5 number you want to get. But 25 gold, a lot supports. Very nice there. Also, why getting kills on supports, well, not the best situation. It's not like it's a wasted thing. I mean, puts support very far ahead in stuff. Assists are good too, but kills all the better. Taric just continuously killing these wards here. Double ward is one of them almost dead. I can't actually see the timer on them. That's interesting. I wish I could see the timer here. So there is a team fight going on. Nautilus did engage with his Q, getting in there, but Corki unfortunately does get separated from that team fight. Taric, ooh, that was bad. Very bad for blue team. Unfortunately, Corki was out of that team fight for some reason. Not sure what happened there exactly, but this is now going very poorly for blue team. You can see how the Dragons is becoming an advantage, and that is now 3k gold, 3.3 6k gold ahead for blue team. Now 4.4k gold, and they're going to get a Baron, so that's going to put them even farther ahead. Mundo going to take this Baron. Oh, maybe Swain. Swain's going to take this Baron. Now Riven is going to take this Baron. Now Nunu's going to take this Baron. Somebody's going to tank the Baron. Baron, it does matter who tanks it, besides that it does a lot of damage. That's 300 gold for the team. You can see that put them up. They are now 6k gold ahead. Barons mean a lot. That's basically 1500 gold across the board, so it's 300 per person. So yeah, it puts you ahead a lot. Baron, like I said, it doesn't matter who tanks Baron, even if they're not necessarily highest health, because Baron does give an attack damage debuff, which means that you usually want your tank, even if your tank is lower health, to tank it, because if your main DPS is tanking Baron, even if they can survive it, their DPS is going down. That means you kill Baron slower. So in the sea, it's just a little bit more farming here. Mundo getting all the farms, using his W to farm. Did max Burning Agony before E, and getting Q first, of course. Getting his ults whenever he can. Max regenning 70%, but plus a Spirit Visage, that increases that a lot more than that. And 35 movement speed. Let's see how much CDR he has. That is something I cannot check, unfortunately. I have no idea what runes and mastery is. I can assume that he has, like, 13-14% here. No, it's unfortunately missing his Q. Can't engage that. So blue team is going to have a tough time getting back in this game. It's not a complete stomp, thank God. Hopefully the audio is capturing just fine. Otherwise, I'm going to be pretty pissed. I've been having problems with capturing and everything lately. Seem to see Nautilus coming in over here. Purple is doing some pings, and oh, Nautilus might catch this kill out of position. Does catch that Swain, but it's not going to mean anything because team could not follow up on that. Nautilus went out a little bit too far. We can look at their tank and see that Nautilus is a lot lower level. Mundo is 16, Nautilus is 13. That is a big difference. You can see the effect of that counter jungling that was done all game by Mundo. You can see Kayle is 15 to Sivir's 15. And then just a nice snare by Swain, getting them another kill. Nautilus, he's so low health, just going down, down, down. Oh my gosh, this is just, it is looking worse and worse for purple team, even though blue was ahead earlier in the game. You get Barons and Dragons, and then you just go wherever you want. I don't think I would have run there for Corki. Just giving them more kills, not going to get Mundo dead. Mundo is just a little bit too tanky. 150 armor, 1218 MR. Did grab a Force of Nature. He doesn't have a Randuin's or anything, even though it is double AD from blue team. I think that might have been what cost them the game. They don't have the tanky line that they needed for the team fights to succeed. So that is the problem with double AD, is the tankiness. You have to have a super tanky jungler and a somewhat tanky mid. So Gragas or Swain's really good. Vlad is really good. You have to have that secondary sort of tanky AP guy in mids, because unfortunately double AD does cut you very short on the amount of tankiness that you do have. Rammus is very good for junglers, for tanky, for double AD. So thank you guys for watching. I think I'm going to cut to the score screen and see exactly what went on in that. And we are back with the score screen. We can see that Anivia 9.2k gold versus Swain's 11k gold. You can see Anivia was outfarmed a little bit, but it was more the assists on Swain that really put him ahead. Anivia does even have more kills, but the assists on Swain's going to put him quite a bit ahead. That extra 29 CS would put Anivia at like 10k, and then the 4 assists does give Swain the extra k advantage there. You can see Nunu, yeah, just so much more money than Taric. Taric, 1.9k gold. Like I said, it doesn't seem like a lot, but that having your gold per 5 delayed that much does hurt considerably. You can see Nunu did cut himself down to a single gold per 5 towards the end there, but they were very much ahead. He was getting the assists he needed. Riven is 313, 247 CS versus Corki's 260, but you can see Riven is ahead because Corki has no kills. He has assists but no kills, and kills me a lot. So Corki was ahead in CS, very nice laning done by Corki. Of course, like I talked about in game, the gap closer is what matters when you fight those types of fights. Nautilus versus Mundo. Mundo 9.3k gold versus Nautilus, who 7k gold. I'm gonna point out something. Do you see this Nautilus's items? There's a distinct lack of one of these, this Heart of Gold, and a Philostone. What these items do is Philostone makes Nautilus less dependent on blue. He can clear the jungle with just a Philostone. Doesn't need the blue as often. I mean, he can do it without Philostone, but Philostone is a gold per 5 item, and Nautilus does need it. It's really good. Most Nautilus junglers do go double gold per 5 Philostone Heart of Gold, at least that I've seen. It's really strong. He doesn't have an MR at all, and Swain is pretty fed. Does have the highest gold in the game. I would have grabbed some more MR than just the Aegis and the Merc Treads. Actually, the Aegis and the Merc Treads might be enough. Kayle does a decent amount of magic damage too, because her E does do magic damage, her Q does do magic damage, I believe. So you gotta watch out for Kayle there. She's sort of that tricky person. Nunu's ult is all magic damage. I don't know, I'd have to actually have checked his stats in-game, but definitely a fault there is the lack of double gold per 5, unfortunately. So thank you guys for watching, look forward for more games, and see you guys next time. Like, comment, subscribe, tell me what I'm doing right, tell me what I'm doing wrong, and thank you guys for watching.